Hey, if you're watching this video, then you are interested in Junior Camp 2024. Maybe you've registered, maybe you signed up good to go, just need last minute packing details or when to get on the bus or when to pick up your kids after we've had a great week with them. Or maybe you're still considering going or not, but this is the right place for you. There'll be all kinds of things from schedules to packing lists, rules for dress code, things in the pool, activities, things along those lines as well. So again, if you have any questions, directly reach out to me. I'll have my phone number on the screen. Again, my name is Brother Josh, and thank you for considering Junior Camp. So the camp week is June 24th through 28th this year. It is a combined camp week for our juniors and our teenagers at Gospel Light. We run separate buses and have a separate program, but it is at the same location. And so if you've got an older, maybe teenager, and a younger sibling in junior camp split up there, they will see each other walking back and forth around the campground. We eat at the same building location, but everything else is separate, including a separate bus and a separate schedule, but it is the same location, the beautiful Bonita Park. We'll have some pictures on the screen. Just talk about Bonita Park and where it's at, where it's located. Again, it takes a little bit longer to get there on a bus than just simply driving, but beautiful $6 million gym, and you can see the cabin arrangements as well as the Olympic-sized swimming pool. They have rock climbing courses and a brand new event this year. There's just so many activities at this beautiful camp. I've been to a lot of camps. This is a beautiful one for sure. Now let's start with the absolute most basic outline of what you need to know for camp. Number one, have you registered online? So registration online takes place at our camp official page, and we'll post the links below as well or send those directly to you. So you can go there for more information. Again, but registration basically is your name, the camper's name, and again, where are they registering? Are they registering for teen camp or for junior camp, as well as your email and a phone number? That way we can contact you with that as well. You do not need to pay online, but that is very helpful. So registration needs to be done online. Number two, payment online is very helpful because it is a camp week that is combined with teenagers. If you come on Monday morning, the 24th, there could be a line, right? So not just any junior campers haven't paid, but also teen campers and parents like that. So again, if you can pay online, that is the best way to do that. If you are part of the fundraiser, we will transfer the funds over that you raised, and then you'll just be left with the balance. You can settle that up. When do we stop taking payment is a question we get often, and the answer is when the bus pulls out. So again, you have all the way up until the 24th to get that payment in. There's also required by the camp a waiver form for the activities of the camp, and this is required that it is on paper. So you can view the waiver form online and read it. If you have a printer at home, you can go ahead and do that, but we have copies here at the church. You can stop by at any time, whether it's a Sunday or Wednesday before or after the services. You can stop in throughout the week during business hours, or even Monday morning. You can fill that out. And again, if it's a minor, you'll have the parent sign for them. If it's a teenager, they'll need to sign as well as the parent. And on the paper form, there is a back section to it. So look at the front and back. Those three things: register online, pay online if you can. If not, we can take payment all the way up until Monday morning. And then the waiver as well. You can view that online. You can print if you have capabilities and turn that in, or you can come pick that up and fill it out front and back. Those are three things that we need to pay the most attention to. Let's talk the dates and times. So real quickly here, we're going to pull out at 10 o'clock on June 24th. So we need everybody here at 9 o'clock, okay? And so please be here. You say we don't need that much time. We need that much time, okay? If there's medications that need to be turned in, you're going to have to turn those in. Fill out a form on what pills they're taking, for what reason, and how often. That's going to take a little bit. If you have registration you haven't done, if you haven't done a waiver form, if you have payment, all of those things. Plus, we got to get all of the things loaded up on the bus. So again, we want you here at 9 o'clock on Monday, the 24th, and we want to pull out both the teens and junior buses. We want to pull out by 10. Also want to give you just this heads up that we will need you to pack a lunch for your junior age kids. And so that is something that we did last year that worked super well because we traveled during lunchtime. And so on that Monday, if you can please make sure that they have a packed lunch that is not in their suitcase, but something they can bring on top of the bus with them or inside the bus with them, that would be great as we're traveling over lunchtime. On the way home on Friday, everyone wants to know what time we get home on the 28th. And that depends on what time we leave camp. We always shoot between 2 to 3 p.m. on Friday, the 28th, for a pickup between 2 and 3 p.m. We will notify you when we leave camp. We will give trackers. We will send text messages and calls to let you know about where we're at, if we're on track. Also, we will be traveling over lunchtime as well from leaving camp. And so we will feed them. Gospel Light will take care of that. We'll just simply do pizza at the park for them. And so you won't have to worry about obviously packing an extra lunch. But on Monday, if you can pack a lunch, and then Friday, the church will take care of their meal. Snack shop money is always a big question for juniors and for parents alike. We would love to have you pack their money in their luggage that does not go with them on the bus. So again, we want to pull out at 10. We want to arrive at the camp by 2 on that Monday. We will stop, for bathroom breaks and stuff, but we want to eat the lunch on the bus. And so we would prefer they not at bathroom break have money to go spend in gas stations and hold up lines and everything. So if the money can be safe, they're not holding on their person, packed inside their luggage, that would be great. At camp, they can turn it into one of our counselors that will hold the money for them until the snack shop opens in the evening. And so again, people say, who's holding the money? The question is the kids are until they get to camp. When they get to camp, they'll hand it to their counselors, which will hand it to our accountant that will manage it when they want to spend it. I always recommend $10 for each kid. If you can, you're not required to send that, but $10 is a good amount, allows them to get some things during the week. If you send more than that, be aware your kids will probably spend everything that you send. And so my recommendation is if you want your kid to have snack shop money, around $10 is a good amount. You've probably seen that we have a no cell phones policy for both the teens and the junior campers for 2 reasons. One, camp is a great time to disconnect from the world, build relationships with God and others around them. The other reason is because there's very little self-service, okay? And so if any at all. And I know me personally, I have Verizon, and there's only one spot on the camp that you can get like Wi-Fi texting and make a phone call. And so it's very, very limited reception up there. So don't have them bring it because that's not with the theme of camp. And also they probably won't be able to use it. If you need to get in touch with us, and we'll try our best to send some messages and updates throughout the week as well. But you'll need to do that through the counselors, and then that's only going to be at the spot that we have access to limited time that has a reception. So again, we'll contact you, but there's an info sheet you can pick up that has the counselor's name and phone number as well if you want to send messages. Just please be patient with us as we have lots of kids and a full schedule and limited reception there. We will do the best we can to make sure that you can contact them if there's something. But again, we'll have an info sheet you can pick up, and we'll do our best with communication, even though it'll be limited. We have some parents that are very interested in what happens in the schedule at camp, so we'll go ahead and post what the schedule looked like last year per day, and if you want to pause this and take a look at this, it's a very similar schedule. We've tweaked a couple things, but very similar schedule to last year, the different events and stuff, what it looks like. With juniors, we do not try and keep them up very late. It's important to have good attitudes and good spirits, and rest really helps with that. And so we have a great time, but we do not try and keep them up late. If you want to take a look at that, that's just a mock schedule that we used last year, and this year is very similar to that with limited changes. Talk about the activities and the Olympic-sized swimming pool. So real quickly here, we are super thankful that Bonita has made a change this year, which is requiring a lifeguard at all times during the swimming process. How we did that last year was we just made sure that there were counselors with whistles and a buddy system, and we were checking as best we could, all right, being very, very careful in the water. And some people are swimming better than others. But this year it's not just on us for supervision, but there's also a lifeguard at all times for everyone in the pool. We're very, very thankful for that. We will also be vigilant during that time as well. It is a camp rule, so real quickly, when you are deciding on what to pack, it is a camp rule that everyone in the pool wears swim trunks. And so guys, should not be a problem. Guys, some separately than the ladies, but ladies, real quickly, want to make sure you're aware that if you would like to wear whatever you're swimming in, if you want to wear a one piece, that's fine, but you must wear a pair of swim trunks on top of that per camp rules. Now with swimming, we also want to recommend that you bring 2 towels, at least 2 towels this week. One of those would be just for the swimming pool because they do not provide their own towels. And the other one would be a shower towel. If we could keep those separate, that would be very, very helpful for your kids so they're not having to run back and forth to the clothesline to get what they need to. So again, the pool does not provide any towels. And so if you could bring an extra swim towel and then a shower towel, that would be most helpful. For all of the activities that take place as far as the camp goes, so like the ropes course and the rock climbing and the zip line, all of those are run by the workers of the camp. They have their own staff working those activity zones. And so your kids will never be alone. They'll always be with a group and with a counselor. But again, if you're wondering, how versed are we in harnessing equipment on children, we're not in charge of any of that. The staff there does a great job with that. With the rules, there's many of the activities that require a harness to go around the middle section of the child. And so because of that, another camp rule is that ladies are not allowed to wear a dress for the activities. They would need to have some sort of culotte, split skirt, something like that, but no dress for any harness required activity. And we'll get into dress code in just a second. The activities are optional. They're not mandatory. So if a group is going to the putt-putt course, or they're going to the zip lines and someone does not want to participate, they'll need to be with their group at that location, but no one is forced to participate. The permission and waiver form gives your child permission to participate in any of those events. But if someone doesn't want to zip line, we're not going to put any peer pressure on them to do so. That's totally fine. At this point, we'll go ahead and put a packing list on the screen. And again, if this is helpful for you, we try and amend it every year. Things like water bottles, flashlights, and Bibles are the things that are most often forgotten about. So again, please don't forget those soaps, and it's a very bunk bed style bedding, sleeping bags. Those things are fine as well too. So if you're able to just highlight a couple things here, please don't forget their Bible. They will need that for memory verses and for chapel, as this is a spiritual week of camp as well. And then as well as 2 laundry bags for wet clothes and 1 for just dirty clothes would be helpful. And then as well as 2 different towels would be very helpful, a swim towel as well. Some people bought flashlights before that didn't have batteries, or batteries die at camp. And so again, flashlights, batteries, things like that are very helpful as there's a lot of walking at camp. And if you can have shoes that are not just flip-flops or sandals, there's lots of paths around the camp. Beautiful camp, but lots of walking, stone paths and stuff. And so flip-flops, if only flip-flops, might create just a little bit of a problem there. As far as dress code goes, we want to make sure that we're very clear on the requirements for this. And so real quickly with chapel, let's just start with chapel. So real quickly, want to make sure that all junior campers and teen campers alike have a very specific chapel dress code. And so there's nothing needed like a shirt and tie, things like that. I won't even be in shirt and tie. Our speaker won't be in that as well. We want to make sure that you're aware of the chapel dress code for the boys would be to wear pants. And so there's no shorts allowed in chapel. And then we would need a clean shirt, primarily one, if you can, one with a collar. That would be preferred. So a nice shirt would be great. A button down or polo or things like that would be great and acceptable. If you don't have any of those, then a nice clean, again, t-shirt would be fine. But pants for boys and a clean shirt for chapel, primarily if you have a polo or a shirt with a collar, that would be preferred. With the girls, real quickly here, there is no pants, there's no shorts allowed at camp. And so that could create a problem for some that are not used to that. And so again, if you need skirts, dresses, culottes, split skirts, things like that, I'm gonna go ahead and have my wife's phone number on the screen right now. And you can go ahead and contact her. We have several things available to be able to be shared at camp for those that need that, and she can help organize that. But again, the sooner the better. Again, there are no pants, gauchos, or shorts allowed at camp there for that. So again, real quickly, if it's a dress or a skirt, again, the rule is to have it come to the knee. And so that is just something that is preferred for us. And again, you can contact my wife with any questions you have regarding the ladies' dress code. We mentioned about the activities. And so for chapel for the ladies, again, a nice clean skirt, or if they want to wear a dress to chapel, things like that, that's totally fine as well. But for chapel, but for the activities is the only place you're not allowed to wear a dress because of the harness around the middle section. Again, we want dress code not to be an issue. And so if we can help in any way, we'll keep a positive attitude, and we want to help you with that. So please contact us. I hope this video was helpful for you. Undoubtedly, I missed something that is important to you. Please reach out directly to me with any questions you have. If I don't know the answer, I can get the answer for you. We want you to be involved, and we want you to be supportive of this great week. And we are super thankful for you trusting us with your kids. Camp week is one of my absolute favorite times. I have never missed a camp in my life, right? And so I absolutely love camp, and I know how powerful it is. Please pray for them. Please pray for the preaching as well. And then you'll observe the packing list of what to bring, what not to bring. And please reach out to me with any questions you have about dress code or about safety concerns, anything along those lines. 3 main important things, just to highlight them one last time. Register online. Pay online if you can. We'll help things processed. If not, you can pay all the way up until we leave, pull out on Monday. Have them here at 9 o'clock on Monday. We want to pull out by 10. And there is a waiver form that needs to be filled out on paper per camp rules. There's a front and back to that section. Have any questions? Please reach out to me. Thank you so much. God bless. It's going to be a great week of camp.